Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of What's Driving Token Prices. I'm your host, Katie Talati, Director of Research at Arca. For those joining us for the first time, I'm responsible for identifying and analyzing digital asset and blockchain opportunities for Arca's funds. As part of our research, my team and I examine token prices and the market events that act as catalysts for price change. Over the past week, here's some notable token price movements and what we think drove these moves. As a reminder, this commentary is not intended to be investment advice, investment research, or an investment recommendation. Please consult your investment professional for your own circumstances. All right. Well, after this past week, it has been quite uneventful, I will say, which I guess can be good for some of us. People are continuing to talk about the upcoming election, how that's going to impact crypto, potentially raising interest rates. Most people think that's not going to be now till September, etc. So we'll just continue to talk about some tokens this week instead of talking about the real news. So first up, we're going to talk about Ripple or XRP. So last week, payments-focused cryptocurrency Ripple was handed a verdict in the SEC suit against the project. A judge ordered Ripple to pay a $125 million fine and banned the project from conducting future securities violations. One would hope, since in general, you're banned from securities violations. Although this decision, although the SEC is expected to appeal this decision, it is seen as a really win for Ripple, since the fine is a lot less than the $1 billion that the SEC was originally seeking. Then, in a separate announcement, yesterday, Ripple announced that it's begun testing of its stablecoin on Ethereum and its own blockchain, the XRP ledger. So this stablecoin, which is called RLUSD, is basically in a private beta right now. It's not open to the public, but essentially it long-term aims to compete with Tether's USDT and Circle's USDC, which have 116 billion AUM and 34 billion AUM respectively. Both are kind of huge cash cows for their respective businesses, since a lot of the underlying assets are invested in short-term duration treasuries and other kind of very liquid assets. So they're able to really reap a big amount of money off those deposits. With this win, Ripple was up initially about 25% on the news, and it's now up 10% for the week. Okay, next we're going to talk about Maker. So a proposal is up on the Maker forum MakerDAO, which is a DeFi protocol, one of the oldest DeFi protocols that manages its own decentralized stablecoin called DAI. They have a proposal up on their forum to discontinue the usage of WBTC as a collateral type. So WBTC, which is wrapped Bitcoin, is basically a wrapped representation or pegged representation of Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. So WBTC currently accounts for up to 10% of DAI's supply. So when somebody creates DAI, they have to put down collateral for that supply in order to take out a loan or create DAI. So the proposal comes basically after BitGo, who is the one to create WBTC and has been the custodian and manager of it, that they were going to be changing how it was owned and operated. So instead of being under their control, it's going to be under a joint venture called Bit Global, which is comprised of BitGo, Bit Global, and Justin Sun / the Tron ecosystem. So and the concern has been that Justin Sun and Tron in the past their business dealings have been less than transparent. And a lot of folks are worried that this might lead to some issues with WBTC's backing. So the proposal points to how transitioning TrueUSD to Tron's control in the past led to reduced transparency and reporting, voicing concerns about the backing of WBTC in the future. So the proposals had mixed results. Many are saying it's too drastic. And if the same logic were applied, they'd, get rid of other collateral types as well, like Athena's USDE. But we're going to have to kind of see how this plays out. Definitely WBTC is, this is causing quite a stir in the Maker community. Finally and separately, Grayscale announced yesterday that they're going to be launching a private fund for MakerDAO, which would be basically open to accredited investors, be a closed-end fund. This has definitely buoyed Maker's price. It is up 15% for the week. All right, last up, we're going to talk about Sui. So Layer 1 smart contract platform Sui saw a surge in interest in price this past week. on the backs of some positive growth and continued excitement around the project. So Sui, which is a Move VM based layer one, saw its TVL increase 67% this week, up to which is and now sits at 756 million. And a lot of it can be attributed to SweLend, which is their fourth largest protocol in the chain, running a deposit promotion program. The big thing, though, is that over the weekend, Raul Paul, who is the CEO of Real Vision, a big investing podcast and platform, has been tweeting positively about Sui, although it should be noted that he sits on the board of the Sui Foundation. So this has further increased mentions of Sui across social media. And then finally, last week, Grayscale also announced that they're going to be launching a Sui Trust product, similar to the Grayscale one for MakerDAO. Sui is currently up 42% for the week. All right, guys, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed our insights. Tune in here again next